Welcome to the Civilian Death and Service Overview presented by the Army Benefit Center Civilian. This brief overview will cover basic information regarding the designation of beneficiaries and order of precedence, the basic employee death benefit, spouse and child survivor annuities, and the death and service process. Federal employees should always complete and schedule regular reviews of their beneficiary forms to ensure they are up to date with the correct information. Taking the time to ensure your money is going to the people you choose in the event of your passing can bring you peace of mind during your federal career. If you pass away as an active federal employee and are found to have not completed your beneficiary forms, OPM will follow an order of precedence to determine who will receive payment on your behalf. The order of precedence OPM follows is listed on the right-hand side of this slide. There are three types of beneficiary forms available for completion. The standard Form 1152 for unpaid compensation pertains to your final paycheck and any unpaid annual leave you may have at the time of your passing. Once you pass away, all payments stop and the unpaid compensation is paid out to your designated beneficiaries or follows the order of precedence for payment. The standard Form 2823 is to determine who receives your federal employee group life insurance, and the standard Form 3102 pertains to who receives your FERS retirement contributions. Each form will require two witnesses who are not listed as beneficiaries prior to certification. Completed standard Form 1152, 2823, and 3102 forms should be taken to your servicing CPAC or agency HR office for certification. Doing so can provide you a one-stop shop, if you will, as your servicing CPAC or agency HR office can provide the two witnesses to your signature, certify your form, upload your form to your EOPF, and also provide you a copy when you visit. Army Benefit Center Civilian can also certify your form and upload to your EOPF. However, we cannot provide a witness to your signature. It is important to note that TSP3 form is no longer being used to determine your TSP beneficiary. You must name your beneficiaries electronically by visiting www.tsp.gov or contact the TSP agency toll-free at 877-968-3778. Once again, if you do not designate a beneficiary, the TSP agency will also follow the order of precedence. Should you require assistance with any beneficiary form, please visit our website at https://abc.chra.army.mil and select the yellow Contact Us tab from our homepage to ensure you're connecting with your agency's assigned benefit specialists. A surviving spouse is eligible for the Basic Employee Death Benefit, or BEDB as it's commonly called, if the employee passes away while a federal civilian employee with at least 18 months of creditable civilian service under FERS. The surviving spouse must have been married to the deceased employee for at least 9 months. However, this requirement is waived if the employee death was accidental or there is a child born of the marriage. The basic employee death benefit is calculated at 50% of the employee's final salary or their high 3 average salary, whichever is higher, plus an additional amount that is determined by the federal government each year. The BEDB can be paid to the surviving spouse in a lump sum payment or in 36 monthly installments. It is also important to note the BEDB may be paid to a former spouse if a court order exists to do so. In addition to the basic employee death benefit, a surviving spouse may be eligible for a survivor annuity benefit if the deceased has at least 10 years of creditable service, of which 18 months must be civilian service. The deceased must also have been married to the surviving spouse for at least 9 months unless the employee's death was ruled accidental or there was a child born of their marriage. Once again, it is important to note the survivor annuity may be paid to a former spouse if a court order exists. In the event a parent who is an active federal employee passes away, a child of the marriage may also be eligible for a survivor benefit. Child survivor benefit eligibility criteria are as follows. The child is unmarried and under the age of 18, or the child is unmarried, age 18 to 22, and enrolled in a full-time accredited institution of higher learning, or the child is unmarried and disabled with the disability occurring prior to age 18. If a deceased employee has no spouse or children, a lump sum benefit of retirement contributions will be paid to the first eligible family member or next of kin. You may contact the Army Benefits Center Civilian with any questions you might have regarding the possibility of benefits by selecting the Contact Us tab from our homepage at https://abc.chra.army.mil to ensure you are connecting with your agency's assigned benefits specialists. Another good rule of thumb is for a federal employee to simply provide instruction to their loved ones in case of a sudden passing. Having at least the Army Benefits Center civilian and current agency or supervisor's phone contacts can lessen the stress at the time of your passing. If you have already retired, this is also a good rule of thumb. However, you should provide OPM's contact information and your civil service annuitant number in your instruction. If the death of an active federal employee occurs, the employee's survivor should contact the deceased employee's local agency or supervisor for the action to be entered into the BATS-R system. This will create the death action and notify the Army Benefits Center civilian a federal employee's death has occurred. Once the ABCC is notified via BATS-R, the death action is immediately assigned and the survivor is contacted by the assigned benefit specialist within 24 hours of the death in service notification at the Army Benefits Center civilian. During this contact, the survivor will be provided a set of expectations, generally by phone, and will also be provided their assigned specialist's name, email, and direct phone line as a point of contact. The survivor will then receive a death packet via postal mail. Once the survivor completes the packet, they will return it to the Army Benefits Center civilian for processing. The employee's direct contact prior to the packet being assigned will be the servicing CPAC and/or the employee's agency or supervisor. The servicing CPAC and agency HR office must be contacted in the event the death of an active federal employee occurs. The agency HR office or servicing CPAC will notify the Army Benefits Center civilian via BATS-R entry. If immediate assistance is required, the agency or CPAC can notify the Army Benefits Center civilian via email to the inbox set up specifically for death reporting. The ABCC does not record death information over the phone to create a death in service action. Once the survivor is assigned a benefit specialist to process the death in service action, the assigned benefit specialist will provide the survivor their name, email, and desk phone contact information. Any phone inquiries fielded through the Army Benefits Center Civilian Call Center regarding an assigned death in service case will be transferred directly to the assigned benefit specialist. There are, however, a few things a benefit specialist or phone counselor will not do regarding a death in service action. No benefit specialist or phone counselor will discuss the deceased employee's beneficiary designations or verify with a survivor they are listed as a beneficiary. A benefit specialist will also not provide any beneficiary information or amount of potential benefits, including the basic employee death benefit or the federal employee's group life insurance amount. Lastly, a benefit specialist or phone counselor not assigned to the death in service case is not permitted to answer questions unless they are assigned to the death in service case. All calls will always be transferred to the benefit specialist assigned to the case, so conflicting information is not provided, as this point in time is generally difficult enough for survivors. For more information on the Federal Employee Death in Service process, please visit the links on this and the following slide or use the search feature at www.opm.gov. This concludes the Civilian Death in Service overview. If you have questions or concerns about the death in service process, please don't hesitate to contact our call center by visiting https://abc.chra.army.mil and select the yellow Contact Us tab from our homepage to ensure you are connecting with your agency's assigned benefit specialists. Call center hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Thursday, with the exception of federal holidays, and we would be happy to assist you with any questions you might have. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for up-to-date agency information and benefits tips.